Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Okakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Ba'Hashem, and name Hamashiach Kabashai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwankadash little tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Wa'akim Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Ba'Hashem, and name Hamashiach Kabashai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwankadash little tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Wa'akim Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of prophecy updates as of November the 4th, 2024 on this Monday night. And this is a news article from ArabNews.com, and it reads, it says, Syrian state media reports of Israeli strike south of Damascus. It says the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights of Britain-based war monitoring report at least 3 strikes in the area. It says Syrian state media reports Israeli strikes on Monday near the Sayyidia Zainab area south of Damascus, home to a important Shiite sanctuary and guarded by the pro-Iranian groups, including Hezbollah. It says at approximately 5:18 p.m., the Israeli enemy launched an air aggression from the direction of occupied Golan Heights, targeting a number of civilian sites south of Damascus, which led to some material loss. The official Sitdown news agency says, citing military source, 34-year-old resident of the area said he heard of 3 successive explosions, one of which were very strong. It says, then I saw a large black cloud of smoke rising. He added, the blasts were heard in the neighboring Jamamania suburbs of Damascus, according to the AFP photographer, and ambulance headed to the area. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, a Britain-based war monitoring report at least 3 strikes in the area. The target, including a house used by the members of Hezbollah, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. The monitoring added, saying it located in the farm in the Sayyidia Zainab area. Since the beginning of the Syrian civil war in 2011, Israel has carried out hundreds of strikes in Syria, mainly targeting armed positions and armed Iranian-backed fighters, including from Hezbollah. The Israeli state military has intensified its strikes on Syria since it launched its war with Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon. Israeli authorities rarely commented on the strikes, but have repeatedly said they will not allow arch enemy Iran to expand its presence in Syria. Right, so as the escalations are heating up between the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force, and Iran versus Israel is heating up as well too throughout that region over there in West Asia. It says Sudan RFS case chases civilians out of villages and violent raids. That's that Luke 21 verse 25. It says war ruined me. Lebanese farmers lost a season. It says Iran slams U.S. deployment of B-52 bombers and stabilize. It says Israel. It says Egypt, Iran foreign minister discuss rising Middle East tensions. It says Israel says top Hezbollah commander killed in Lebanon strike. It says Yemen's Houthis will keep blockage on the Israeli vessels after asset sale reports. It says Iran president says potential ceasefire could affect response to Israel. I got some other news articles. It says North Korea fires a barrage of ballistic missiles towards the sea ahead of the elections. Right, as we've been saying, rising tensions been heating up between North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States over there in the Korean Peninsula. Go to some more news articles. RT.com. It says the sanctions have sealed U.S. dollars death sentence. Lacroft has mentioned. Let's go to Time with Israel. It says the IDF says soldiers seriously injured in South Lebanon fighting. U.S. officials say new Russian disinformation is targeting swing states over the eve of elections. Trump claims Harris will invade the Middle East in a final appeal to Arab voters. U.S. Army says a soldier who suffered a non-combat injury during Gaza Pier's operation has died. Let's go to the Jerusalem Post. So if it's a prophecy updates. Meta to extend ban on new political ads after the U.S. elections. Rocket sharpener fine in Qadea, no injuries reported. Settlers attacked two female IDF soldiers in West Bank. Pentagon cannot corroborate reports that North Korea troops engage in combat in Kursk region. It says the U.S. cybersecurity chief says this information surge has an impact elections. U.S. and Saudi discussing a security agreement without Israel component access report. It says Putin meets North Korean foreign minister in Moscow, Russian agencies report. It says Russia to launch two Iranian satellites on November 5th, Tehran, Moscow envoy says. Bring out some scriptures. This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, and will seek out the wisdom of all ancient and occupied prophecies. Right, occupied in prophecies, just like it says in Jeremiah 28, verse 8, the prophets of old prophesied against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and the pestilence. And that's what we're seeing in modern day times, increasing war, evil, and the pestilence. And this is Matthew 24, verse 6. As we've been seeing, the rising tensions been heating up between Iran versus the Israel Defense Force. Matthew 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, right? Different ethnicity groups of armies clash against one another. The proxy groups of pro-Iranian going against the Israel Defense Force, and Iran versus Israel as well too. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Because I believe it was a news article that just came out. North Korea launched another barrage of missiles in the eastern shores of Japan and over there in the Korean Peninsula. As we've been seeing, rising tensions heating up between North Korea, South Korea, Japan, and the United States. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And this is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 3. There shall be seen earthquakes, uproars, and people of the world. Right, Luke 21, verse 26. The stress of nations will be placed in the seas reservoir. That's why we're seeing uproars over there in Sudan and South Sudan as well too. And increasing escalations of seditions and uprises and uproars on people of the world. And this is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 15. It says, for the sword that discretion draweth nigh, one people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. Right? We know the modern day sword is a weapon. So uprises and uproars and people of the world that we're seeing. Second Esdras 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course the action stand at power. Right, citizens clashing against one another, citizens clashing against their leaders in power, and that's what we're seeing. And this is out of the book of Luke 21. It's the book of Luke 21, verse 25, and it reads, and there shall be signs in the sun, and the moon, and the stars upon the earth. The disgrace of nations will perplex the seas reservoir. Right, the disgrace of nations will perplex the seas reservoir, and that's what we're seeing in our world today. Right, let's see some more news articles, if possible. Let's see if I can be able to bring up this news article. And this is a news article from the independent.co.uk as of November 5th, 2024. And it reads, North Korea launches a barrage of ballistic missiles. Oh, wait for this to skip that. It says North Korea launches barrage of ballistic missiles on the eve of U.S. elections. At least 7 short-range missiles covered in a range of 400 kilometers before dropping outside of Japan's exclusive economic zone. North Korea fired multiple short-range ballistic missiles towards the sea just hours before the U.S. elections in a apparent show of power and amending concerns over the Pyongyang sending thousands of troops to fight Russia's war in Europe. Pyongyang fired at least 7 missiles off its east coast, its neighboring as North Korea leader Kim Jong-un sister condemns joint military drills involving the United States and Japan and South Korea. It says the missiles flew to an altitude of 100 kilometers and covering the range of 400 kilometers before falling outside of Japan's exclusive economic zone into the oceans, according to the Japanese defense minister. South Korea said the missiles were fired around 7 a.m. local time on Tuesday from the vicinity in Seoran in North Hangul, right North Hangul province. The U.S. said it was monitoring the situation and consulting closely with its allies, Japan and South Korea. Kim Yo Jong, the powerful sister of Mr. Kim, said military drills by U.S. and its allies justified North Korea's nuclear reinforcement. States media, the KCNA, says Ms. Kim criticized more than 20 military exercise drills the U.S. and its allies have conducted this year. Bring up that Matthews, as tensions are definitely escalating between North Korea, South Korea, Japan, the United States over there in the Korean Peninsula. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of the prophecy updates as of November the 4th, 2024 on this Monday night. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, and name Hamashiach, Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashmakadosh Old Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Barakim, Akrof. Until next time, I will say Shalom.